Game 2 for TL versus KC. The comp that we're running right now, Ashe Pantheon, is like, it's a good lane, right? Skarner, like, heavily nerfed over time. At this point, not really the best champion. Impact can win as Ambessa versus Camille, but they have a better 2v2 in the top jungle. It's like, a lot of this is going to ride on how well the lanes do compared to the Skarner, to be honest. And since there's no lane swaps, it will be, yeah, it's it's gonna matter a ton. We'll see how they play it out. It's just, if you get out lane, this game's gonna be pretty rough. Like, the Pantheon will fall off pretty quick. Same with the Skarner.
Despite how explosive the top of the map can be, it's still somewhere we're going to have to look. Just because the Pantheon is here for, are you looking at Rush control? Pantheon level 1 so aggressive, such a difficult champion to handle, and they're lovely. Yeah, it was a really nice set of changes to Pantheon. By the way, they added the health ratio.
So they get rush control first again. So KC's not really putting a lot of focus on it, and yeah, like, it's important. Like, it's very important. Yeah, turret shot kind of blows, but it is what it is. Alright, Impact's getting kind of gap a little bit. Beyond has a pretty good lead. It seems Caliste took Caliste took too much damage and found a reset, but yeah, he is down a lot. Ton of wards on top side. Okay, well, that probably shouldn't have happened, but it did. Yeah, it definitely shouldn't have happened. Oh my god, it's a massive bot gap happening here. Massive bot gap. How did he even get caught?
Vladli here has the damage, and so
it's just him holding the bush again.
Vladli here.
Like, he's just sitting in the bush. They walk up to try to contest. Now he needs to run back, but he actually continues going for the auto or the Q or whatever. Gets caught. And yeah, and then of course Seju shows up, but now they're just wasting all their time. That's rough. That's another bot gap, and it's another massive bot gap. I wonder if he could have played that better.
Might be the one they catch out. Instantly turns onto Caliste. They're trying to body block. Caliste forced to flash away.
Nah. Not really much he could have done. So they're taking Dragon, and like I said, oh god, Horus is too good, dude. He's just so much better than, like, this other guy. So grubs are up, and what is Yike doing? Because, I mean, Yike does need to be down here. Like, they are low. But at the same time, with this wave and it being a cannon and a bounce back, they probably should base. I mean, like, why are they always trying to, like, cheat these waves? Like, it's very odd. Like, they should know better. So they screw themselves, which then in turn screws the Sejuani, who has to spend time waiting down here, because if they base, the Seju would just booked it to the grubs. And she probably would have made a play on the Camille on this bounce back. So this bounce back is something both teams are looking at. He actually just crashes, so I guess he's just looking for... Does he get all of them? No. It's kind of surprising though, because Kana also has a ward. Kana should ward the grubs. I don't know why he doesn't ward the grubs. He should have just warded the grubs. Is there a pink there? Yeah, there's a pink there. So, there's a pink. It's kind of hard to see on the mini-map in the river. So there's a pink. Why would Seju not just instantly book it to the grubs? Like, you had move on Leo, you want to get one grub and leave if their AD shows. So he gets 2 for some odd reason, which I don't really get. So finally they do commit this top play. Finally. And it's just because the wave is like held in an awkward spot by Kana. I mean, both sides see it.
We don't know. Wall dive, the ulti, Umti already here.
That was an error. Low key, Skarner's level 6. He actually could just R in the bush, pull this guy. Impact can R, and then Skarner can E. He's dead. They have this play completely right. He's dead. And they misplay it. Umti misplays it. And so they end up winning. They end up winning out, and yeah, that's... I mean, that's just bad. That's just a huge tragedy. Because at this point, TL's like just winning. Like, top lane's going okay. Not the greatest, but it's going okay. Mid's not going the best. But bot lane's like in a heavy advantage, and that's all that really matters.
Absolutely disgustingly strong. Usually for Kana. Yike also having a great redemption on what was an incredibly rough first game. Absolutely disgustingly strong. This would have felt like
So the thing is, the Leo's showing on this board, they push this guy out, they can be on the blue, so why would Pantheon walk, why would they ever walk into this bush?
It was an incredibly rough first game.
The only reason they're walking into this bush is because this Acel's skipping the wave. So they're trying to find a quick pick on this situation. They initiate on this guy.
Yike forced to all will dash away, getting away from APA's ult as well. Now it's Core who's been caught out. Does use the E, the Aegis assault, but low blinking health bar. Yawn flashing, bit of a split damage.
Carry potential in late game team fights is absolutely disgustingly strong. Huge lead for Kana. Yike also having a great redemption moment after what was
I'm trying to see if TL can even do something about this.
Rough first game.
Because Impact can't, or Impact, Core JJ can't avoid this.
They go.
Is this not just APA's fault? Looking at this, like, he used his R and his E. I know he has no flash, but like, he could just W over focus, and it's not so bad. I mean, this is actually not an inting play by Core. I thought at first it might be, but it's not like the most inting play. I mean, this guy, oops, he TP's over? This guy doesn't have TP. Oh, the Zir TP's over. Interesting. But it's not really like the worst, because Leo is pretty committed. But then again, I guess it is kind of bad, because if it's hard to latch on to people to do this pick, I'm not sure. Part of me feels like if APA didn't waste his spells and he just walked over here, that they could maybe kill one person. The only problem is like the MF is just going to be able to do anything she wants. Like, if you look at her positioning, like, she could R, she can sit back, the Zir comes behind, you have to deal with that. It's okay, but like, it feels a little forced by TL. And it turns out a bit worse than you wish. So it's kind of interesting how this is playing, because Skarner, he shows on these boards, and he knows he shows on these boards. Ash is taking delayed base, so if Yon's fishing for an item and maybe he doesn't have it until now, which it looks like looks like he just had enough, or maybe he has like a little extra and it was like, I don't know, maybe he just wasted time, who knows, but The 80 base being missed is pretty rough, and so now I understand why they're going into bot, because it's like, okay, clearly they could play into us instead of just going for the grubs. We would give this up, and it still has plates, so you kind of do need to recover it versus going straight to the grubs, so I get that for DL now. Good pick. It's a good pick. Again, the only thing is like, he doesn't have vision on mid, and he didn't have his sums, so it's like, it's bad by Yeon, but it, yeah, like I said, it's a good pick by Yike.
It's just such a contrast to game one. They still had the dominance in the early bottom 2, but the competition was KC was much more powerful in the early trenches. He's doing much more than the buy, and now KC looking much more confident, significant advantage. Just getting half pick and scaling with ABA, just getting much harder to play. I mean, KC was still so much that the victory on top side of the first play, because DL were not able to get their front stun into the wall chain and everything. Now it's going to be a point where we have constant watch on the back. He doesn't want to here as well. We can kill two. The answer is ABA.
That was a good pick.
Now we're not going to get their front stun into the wall chain and everything. Now it's going to be a point.
I mean, if you look at the map, the only thing is APA is like often not shoving out his side wave. The Zir has full condition, so I actually kind of get why he did it, because it looks like Azir would, like, I don't know if he knows like Azir doesn't have an item or not. I mean, I don't know why the Azir would base actually. No, I don't know why. So he based, but APA was like just leaving because he's thinking like he's gonna be down there, I can't really fight him, so let's take a fight on mid or around mid and get a pick. And he got picked, and he didn't lose anything on bot, which is phenomenal. I mean, like, they isolated them bot, and Seju was actually looking for a play top, which she just did grubs, so there's no point on looking for a play top. At this point, he should clear down. Like, I think this is the problem I have with some junglers, it's like, there's nothing you need to do here, just clear down, and, like, just get your camps. Like, you already did enough on the map, just do this. So he dies, so Seju's not here. And now the Zir's like alone solo. Ashar was almost perfect, by the way. Oh my god. Jeez. Good reaction by Vladli, but man, that was on point.
Now it's Vladli in trouble. Arrow dashed away from clean from
APA just needs to... Man,
Jesus
screwed. It is, but it is. He's just kind of screwed here. Very well played by Vladli. Nothing else he can really do about it. And they kind of just run them. I mean, the MF gets the move first, and they try to do the wave, which probably isn't the smartest thing to do. It probably isn't. And it is what it is. I mean, it was a good look. It was a really good look by TL. I think it was worth it. Impact and Bessa issues? Oh god, Impact and Bessa issues. Sazir is a problem. Sazir is a problem. Eon might go. Caliste is trying to do shit, but honestly, Caliste has flash. He actually could just flash kill this guy. And he still has cleanse. And it's probably worth it, honestly. Because he lets, like, if you notice, he sees his Seju, and he moves to the left just a little bit, which was really nice. And he actually forced Seju to flash for it. I mean, Yeon is playing better than Caliste. I mean, that's for sure.
Be careful if you send it to many that way. I mean, game one, very one-sided for TL side, game two, extremely one-sided for KZ side, which means that we do go towards our game three, then we're going to have a, even up, well, as far as the mental goes there too. This is the one, that we'll get back with that, goes to the fourth playthrough. Again, the map is kind of in this state, because they keep getting these individual plays.
Well, APA... APA is trying a little bit. He's just way down in this game. Absolutely can't do anything. Damn, dude, these arrows though. They want to give it to APA, but they couldn't. The Skarner's actually doing okay, despite him being heavily nerfed. And probably not the most ideal pick these days. It actually is doing okay, I have to admit.
I'm particularly impressed with Vladli. I think this early is not something that we generally see even with him playing decent amounts, just because Vladli is generally falls a bit later drop unless he is way over the delay and sales does everything very well. But he's paid off immensely. Every single attempt from TL to claw their way back in this game with desperate play. He's done so with 1-1 at the early solo as well. I mean, he levels up right now. Like, it's terrifying. That's a lot of power earlier. He's so far ahead for the overall goal. Now he's even more complaining. If it was KC to win this game fast, especially on the top side.
I don't know, it's just very hard for them to play because, like, I'm not commenting so much, and that's mostly just because, again, like, APA not having control, and then Kana also being so ahead, these solo laners, the game is so rough. It's so rough. Vladli had an incredible game. And I mean, like, it's just like, what do you do? And like, here they think they have a pick. Grabs this guy, fights forward, Zhonya's. They're just too strong. The solos are just way too strong, and that's the game. The game just ends like that. I mean, MVP, it's... honestly, it probably is Vladli, because he soaked a bunch of pressure from TL and still performed. Like, it was super important that he was able to do that. The worst player game is obviously APA. I mean, like, this is the biggest difference. It was APA. Not a good game by him. It was okay by him. Terrible game by him. Good game by Yeon. Honestly, like, really good game by Yeon. This guy was just okay. Like, just okay. Just okay. Phenomenal game. Good game. Phenomenal game. Like, it is such a massive difference when your solos are this ahead and the Seju can play with them, right? And Caliste, I mean, like, these guys got ran in bot lane again. Like, the only reason why their score lanes look good is because they got a bunch of help. So, that's rough. That's rough that the bot lane is, like, consistently having an issue. On to the next.